Hi everyone, Lesleyanne here. Welcome back to the channel.
Brand new street and brand new me. Side by friends I need. Don't you tell me that you're in town, I already know.
Today is going to be part 3 of the Betty Crocker cake mixes that I'm making, just to see how they bake, to see what they taste like. I'm normally somebody who makes my own cakes from scratch, but I just thought, given the price, you know, these are on offer at the moment in most of the supermarkets for about £2.50. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go and just say this is number 3. I've already done the 2 previous videos that I've done. I'll link down below should you want to go over and have a look at those. But as I say, this is the velvety vanilla one. So you need the cake mix, you need 3 eggs, 90 mils, is it 90 mils? Yeah, 90 mils of melted butter or oil. I'm going to use oil today. And 180 mils of water or milk. And then you just throw literally everything in. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. In with the eggs first. And then in with the milk. I'll just double check. I'm sure it was 90 mils of, yeah, oil or butter. You have melted butter if you wanted to. Just change it to mils on the scale so it won't past it. There we go. So I want 90 mils in here. There we go. It's actually 90. And with this one, rather than make it just the ordinary velvety vanilla cake and like an ordinary Victoria sandwich cake to look like this, I'm going to turn it into an Easter cake. Now, if you know me, you know I do this sort of thing all the time. Always jazz it up some way or another. Right, that's that done. And then put the cake mix in. Right, in with the cake mix. Does smell nice. Right, so this fan assisted oven 160, a normal electric oven 180. So I'm just gonna get that all going. Put a little bit of oil in the cake cases. So just oil in the cake tins, and then I will line them with a bit of grease proof as well at the bottom. There we go. So I'm just going to mark the parchment paper so that I can just cut out the 2 rounds together. And then if you just snip it around the edges, it just helps it to sort of go into the sandwich tins a bit easier without struggling to kind of get it up the sides a little bit. It just makes it a little bit easier. So just cut it, you know, anyhow, really. they've decided to play. And there we go, get those in. And they should go in the oven for, I think it's 22 to 27 minutes. Now I know with my oven, it usually does these Betty Crocker cakes in 23 minutes. So I'm going to go with the 22 because it always cooks with the lower sort of end of the scale. So I'm going to go 22 minutes. Right, so it's all done, it's all mixed together. So I'm just going to half this into each sandwich tin. Right, let's see if it's up to temperature. It is, I'm going in. Here I am, I'm back. Right, so I'm going to clear up now. I've got coffee here to drink as well. I'm going to clear up and get everything out ready to decorate it with. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, cakes are still in the oven cooking. I'm going to just start getting stuff out ready just to decorate it with. So I'm going to use some little bite-sized shreddies, which I'm going to break up and turn them into bird's nests. And I'm going to use some Galaxy chocolate. I know you can use any chocolate you want to, but I'm going for the Galaxy. I can melt a bit of that and make some bird's nests. I'm going to decorate the cake with yellow abundant icing, the ready to roll stuff. I've got some little mini wafer flowers. I've got carrots. I don't have any chicks, but I do have little mini eggs to go into the nest. So I'll just see what I can do. So I am going to just start by literally breaking up some of the little mini shreddies, just so that I can turn them into like nests and sort of hand form them into nests. That should be plenty. I'm just breaking up the shreddies, sort of just crumbling them a bit, you know, so that they become almost like twig looking. I didn't want to do it with cornflakes or Rice Krispies. I thought these will look a little bit more like, you know, like twigs. And then I should just sort of clump some together in the chocolate and sort of dry them all individually before popping them onto the cake. So I don't really know whether I'll get around to actually finishing this cake today or not, because I have got several other things to do today. But even if I get the cake made, although I probably will, knowing me, you know, once I start something, I want to finish it. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well and sort of coping with whatever the weather is like where you are. It's strange here. It's not spring-like at all, really. It's very, very windy, as I say. It's still really pretty cold, but today it's quite beautiful. Right, I think that is as much as I need to do with that. I could actually get the chocolate onto these and form them and just put them on the rack to finish drying. In fact, I might do that. Right, so there we go, that's what that looks like. Okay, break up the chocolate and then pop it into the microwave for a bit. I'll keep stirring it as well. I know it's not quite Easter yet, but there's no point in showing how I'm going to do an Easter cake like right on top of Easter or after Easter, just in case you wanted to make one yourselves. You know, it's pretty fouless really, I think, this cake. Right, that's all melted. I'm gonna go in with the little mini shreddies, give it a mix. Right, so I'm just doing a bit of greaseproof, look, the parchment paper on top of a cooling rack so I can make these up. And you have to be prepared now to get your hands a bit mucky, I think. So I'm going to get a spoon. And then in a minute I'll just make like a little dent in the middle. It works better doing it this way than I just tried to do it in my hands and it just wasn't working. I don't want it to look too neat and tidy because, you know, the idea is it's a bird's nest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I might try to do 6 of them, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to try and, I'll use another spoon, I think. Because it's not sticking to the spoon, it's sticking to my hands. I'm just going to try and flatten it a little bit in the middle, make a dent in the middle. Maybe with the handle, there we go, like a little well. So I've actually done 7 because I thought I'd place one right in the middle of the cake as well. So that's what they're looking like. They've got like a little dip in the middle so I can put the eggs in. So just using these like little mini eggs. And I just bought like a big pack with the grocery shopping and there's lots of, I think there was about 10 individual packs in there. You'll be able to hear my sous chef, Chris, he's washing up the dishes. Eggs in here, just while it's still setting, because I thought it might kind of help sort of keep them there. The cakes incidentally are done. They're now still in the cake tins, but on the racks, just cooling. Oh, that's it, all gone now. You get quite a lot, don't you, in one of those little tiny packets? Oh, we've got a yellow one, that's cute. Stick a pink one in there. Stick a pink one there. Purple one there. A yellow one there. A purple. A purple. A purple. And it would be rude not to, right? There we go. I'm going to move these over to the side. So as I said, I've got the this yellow icing, which I want to soften up a little bit. Right now, I haven't decided if I'm going to put a whole layer of it over the top of the cake, or if I'm going to do individual circles. I'll probably just layer it up, actually. And then the carrots, the little mini flowers. That's what I'm going to do. Right, so these are the sponges, look. So I'm just leaving them like this for 10 minutes. Right, so they're both here. So leaving them like that. It's 10 minutes to cool in the sandwich tins, and then I'll tip them both out. now. No, not having any. Not for you, babies. Number 1. And number 2. So I'm going to leave these to cool and I will come and decorate them later. Alright, just going to pop the jam in now because these are all nice and cold. It's actually a fair few hours since these have been made. So I'm just going to put some jam in the middle. Pop a little bit of icing sugar onto this little silicone mat that I've got here so that I can roll out this to go onto the cake. I'm going to use the cake sandwich tin as a template to know what size I want to roll it to, basically. So I've had this stood out all day, trying to just warm it up a little bit, but it is kind of really cold out still, so because of that, it's obviously a little bit harder, but I think I'd prefer that than if it was really, really soft and too sticky. And then what I will do is pop, with my pastry brush, just pop a little bit of, I think, honey on top of the cake, just so that it sticks. Yeah, that'll do it. So I'm just going to take I don't know if you can see properly, I haven't really got enough room to move this back any further. Let's have a go. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? So I'm just going to use this sharp knife just to go around the edge of the cake tin. I mean, I'm not worried if it's not perfect because I can sort of like modify it a bit, I guess. There we go. You're not perfect, are you? But you're okay. Right. There we go. I just... Right. So I'm going to pop a little bit of honey on top of the cake. Just so that it sticks. And then take the yellow icing, there we go, and pop it onto the top. Right, I'll bring this back over here now. There we go, there we are. Right, so it is probably as good a fit as I am going to get, I think. And I don't think that's bad at all. Actually looks quite nice, doesn't it? Right, wash my hands. So I'm going to take some icing sugar and pop it into a cup. And I really just want to use this as a glue to stick everything else on the cake. And as always, I end up sticking a bit too much water in, so a bit more of the icing sugar goes in. There's a fine line, isn't there, when you're doing icing sugar. You either go a little tiny bit too much of the liquid or not enough. So I just want to get it into a paste. It's almost there now anyway. Right, so it's a nice paste now. So I want to start to put the little nests on. I was going to do one big one in the middle, but actually I think the cake's a bit too small for that. Let me see how I'm going to do it. So I might just put one there. It might have to be 4. In fact, it's going to have to be 4. But 4's fine. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 4 on there. Right, so a bit of icing sugar just to make it stick to the cake on the bottom. There we go. And on the other one. And on the 4th one, there we go. So I want those to take. And then I can decorate the rest. So I would just decorate it with the other bits and bobs. I'm going to go with the little tiny carrots. They're so sweet. The flowers, what I think I'm going to do, let's see what colours we've got in here. Okay, I think I'm going to go stick a couple of blue ones sort of like in the nest so that it looks like the birds have made a nest out of twigs and the odd flower. Just dip in the tip of the flower, like the little sort of stemmy bit, in to the icing sugar. And I'm just thinking about making a little bit of a chick just to go on the plate. Won't be very good, I know. And if I do a little beak somehow. Like that. It is not going to be perfect, but it's going to be cute. And then I'm going to turn it into a little female because she's going to have little flowers in her head. I'm just popping a little bit of icing onto the plate. And then I'm going to pop the cake onto the plate. Like that. And I'm going to ta-da! How's that? It's colourful, isn't it? It's pretty, it's colourful. I know I'd want to eat it if I saw it. So what am I waiting for? Look at my little chick. Bless her. Little chubby chick. So this is my version of my Betty Crocker velvety vanilla cake, which I have turned into, unlike a Victoria sandwich, I've turned it into a little Easter cake. My funny little chick there. And then these are the rest of the little nests I made. I couldn't actually fit onto the cake. So they're just there as a little snack. And just like that, the cake is made. Let me know what you think about it in the description box. Don't forget, I will put number 1 and number 2 of the review in the Betty Crocker cakes in the description box. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Look after yourselves. Talk to you all in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.